I kind of wanted to get into just media day, and they were talking with Isaiah Stewart, who is the longest tenured Pistons, been here for 10 years or 10 years, 5 years. He's here for 10 years. Like something went right. I do want to play just a clip that Eric, you were there during media day about him playing the
Hmm.
five, and kind of get your guys' reactions about his just I guess seems like really happy that he's going to be playing the five this year. But this is like a little 40-second clip about it.
You spent
Hmm.
time at the four and the five.
Yeah.
What does JB talk to you about, maybe where he sees you and how he can utilize you on the court as well from that standpoint?
Yeah, I think JB loves my physicality and me playing strong down low, and my early years in the league with offensive rebounding and stuff like that. So, I spent time a lot, this off season at the five, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, you know, getting back down in the paint, banging, and doing what I do. Because at the end of the day, that's what I love to do. That's who I am and stuff like that. Playing the four, that was something that I had to work on and add to my game because that was being asked of me. And now I'm happy I get to play some five.
So kind of wanted to get you guys' reactions. I don't know who wants to go first, but what kind of like your general thoughts of Stu being happy that he gets to play the five and not playing power forward this season?
I'll lead it off if that's cool. If we're all good with that. I was honestly kind of encouraged to hear that. A lot of this offseason, a lot of talk has been about like the responsibility, of a lot of the players on the roster and even outside, whether it's front office, coaching staff, everybody's kind of lining up to like certain responsibilities that's going to be needed for this team. And last year, like they tried to play and do a lot of different things that kind of felt a little jumbled. So knowing that Beef Stew is probably going to settle into that five role where it may be off the bench, but still kind of suited to how he plays, I think that's going to do wonders for him and that second unit for real. I mean, I think he offers, again, that physicality. He's a really good defender. I think outside he's underrated, and I think he does a good job protecting the rim when he can too, even as an undersized, big at this point in his career. But he seemed really uplifted by the idea of it too. I think he's, got a pretty good flow going with the guys in the second unit, learning a lot from JB Bickerstaff. And I think he's also embracing that veteran role as like the highest tenured Piston on the team at this point. I think he's kind of understanding that, it's a whatever it takes kind of mentality. And I think this being what it takes is going to be helpful for him and for the team as well.
Yeah, I think that this is his home, so he feels like whatever role they're gonna give him, he's gonna kind of roll with it. But I also think that with the size that the Pistons got now, that five spot is gonna be five on offense. There's gonna be a lot of switching, so it might not matter so much that he's undersized because some of the other guys are pretty big too. So maybe they use him as a five on the offense, but on defense he needs to be getting out and defending the smaller guys too. So being undersized kind of helps him.
Yeah, I think that's a great point because he's a really good offensive rebounder for his size. I think JB said that, like his elite skill is offensive rebounding. And I know Eric, me and you have talked before. Like I've always thought, like he's a perfect backup center in my opinion. I thought last year was just like experimentation, trying to force him to be a stretch four when that wasn't really part of his game. But it's a skill that he has where he can stretch out the defense and. Having stretch fives, as we've seen, I mean, Karl Anthony Towns just got traded to the Knicks. Stretch fives are very, very important in today's game with just the 3-point shot and spacing. But I do agree with both of you guys in terms of like I think this is the right position for him, in my personal opinion.